So let's begin in a seated posture, taking a moment to gather our attention, connecting with whatever's present in this moment. Finding a body that feels upright, balancing that with some ease, relaxing through the jaw and the shoulders, taking 3 deeper breaths. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So we can use this intentional movement as yoga practice as part of our mindfulness, part of cultivating not only flexibility in the body, but stability and balance in the body, heart, and mind. So, in the practice today, we'll move through some gentle heart opening, softening around the area of the heart, with the intention of meeting ourselves and our lives just a little more kindness and care. So, we'll begin by connecting breath with movement, inhaling, floating arms all the way up, and exhale, arms down. Couple more breaths with the arms. Inhale, rising up, stretching tall, reaching fingertips up toward the sky. Exhale, arms soften down. One more like this. Inhale, arms up, let the chin rise, gazing toward the fingertips. Exhale, arms down, chin to chest. Find your pace. Inhale, rising up, we'll add a twist. As you exhale, twisting right. Let the arms fall in front and behind the body. Inhale back to center. Exhale left. Move with your breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, twisting right. Staying tall through the spine. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. We'll rise back up to midline. Keeping length in the spine, a lateral stretch. Right hand grounds, left arm overhead. Inhaling, center. Stretching tall. Exhale to the left. Just noticing all these movements of the spine. It's welcoming a softening in the upper body, a connection with breath. Inhale, rising up to center. It's long spine. Let's bend at the elbows, finding cactus arms. Elbows stop at shoulder height, fingers spread wide. We'll pause here for a moment. Inhale, lift and open the heart. See if you can't hug the shoulder blades toward the spine, activating the upper back, lengthening the front side of the spine. We'll inhale right here. And as we exhale, draw the palms, maybe the forearms and elbows touch. Inhale, opening wide, lift the heart. As you exhale, we'll draw it in. Imagine opening through the back side of the heart. Couple more with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's take one more breath. Right here, opening the heart on the front and opening the heart on the back. We'll come back to midline, relax the arms down, a little shoulder roll. Take the feet out in front, feet hip distance apart. We'll hold behind the thighs. Just moving through some flexion and extension of the spine, a seated cat and cow. Inhale, lifting the heart, rolling the shoulders back, a gentle lift of the chin. And exhale, reverse that chin to chest, rolling the shoulders forward, tip the tailbone forward, and then back and forth. Synchronizing body, the heart and mind. with the breath. Nice big range of motion as you breathe in and lengthen, breathing out. Flexing and extending the whole spine from the base of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. One more here. We'll come back to a neutral spine. Grounding the hands behind, fingertips pointing toward the glutes. Spread the fingers really wide as you press through the palms. Nice stretch for the wrists. As you roll the shoulders back, lift and open the heart. Lift and light through the center of the chest, soft throat and jaw. One more in breath. And out breath, we'll bring the chin back to neutral. Keep the shoulders back and down. Let's walk the feet in just a little closer toward your seat. Maybe taking them just a little wider, and we'll rock the knees side to side. See if you can tap the outer thigh to the mat. Keeping the heart lifted. One more either side. And we'll meet with knees to the right. Finding a zigzag with your legs, bringing right foot to the inner thigh. Grounding the right hand behind the body. Left hand meets, pressing into both hands. As you inhale, just stretch and lengthen the spine, lifting the rib cage out of the hips. A couple deep breaths here. And we'll gently come back to midline. Twisting the knees over toward the left, right to the other side, finding your zigzag, sole of left foot to the inner thigh. We'll ground left hand behind, grounding right hand. Inhale, lengthen the spine, stretch tall. Staying grounded, heavy through the hips, heavy through the legs. Breathing deep into the belly. One more breath. And gently coming back to midline. We'll come through tabletop. So finding hands and knees with the wrists right under the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, pressing into the ball mounts of the hands. Knees under the hips, finding some stability in the mid-body as you draw the navel right up toward the spine, getting long from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Keep that stability. Right leg extends behind. You can float the leg parallel with the floor. You can modify by keeping the toes grounded. So finding a variation that feels supportive for your body. Finding balance here. Notice what it's like to unweight the opposite left arm. Reaching forward. If that's too much, keep the hand grounded. We'll inhale, lengthen. Fingertips to the toes, get nice and long. And as you exhale, ground the hand and knee, moving right to the other side. So shifting your weight. Left leg extends, find your balance. Maybe right arm extends. Reach and lengthen. And exhale, release. We'll continue a couple more side to side. Inhale as you lengthen. See if you can lift the arm and leg a bit. Open the heart. And exhale, ground. Other side. It's finding your pace. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, ground. We'll take a couple more either side, adding on if you like. Reach and lengthen. Open the heart as you inhale. Exhale, we'll draw the elbow to the knee. Scoop through the belly, opening the back side of the heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Other side, inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, we'll draw it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, ground. One more time, either side. Inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, ground. Reach and open the heart, stretching the back side of the body. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, ground. Let's curl the toes under in our tabletop, finding a modified child's pose. Press the hips right back to the heels. If this is too much for the knees, it can be helpful to bring a blanket underneath your seat. Let's walk the hands forward, lengthening the arms, softening through the shoulders. See if you can let the forehead float all the way down toward the floor. Breathing into the back side of the body, breathing all the way down to the soles of the feet, pressing in the palms. And let's slide the hands toward the knees. Unweight the knees off the mat. Let the heels drop down toward the earth. Pausing here for breath. When you're ready, we'll lengthen the legs, sending the hips up, finding forward fold. So find your variation of your fold. Knees can be soft, looking for length. Letting the whole upper body relax. The neck is soft. If being in a full fold is too much for the body for any reason, for the blood pressure or the back, you might pause halfway up, maybe hands rest on the table or chair. Always modifying to support your body. Let's reach for opposite elbows here, letting upper arms frame your ears. Take a little movement. You might find a gentle swing side to side, drawing one elbow forward, then the other. Any gentle movement to invite a softening through the hamstrings, through the whole backside of the body. Simply tuning into any sensations arising. Nothing's forced. Rooting down through soles of feet, nice soft knees. Tucking the tailbone under, we're going to slowly roll up. Strong but core. Stacking the vertebrae one at a time, nice and slow. Take your time. Notice sensations of the shifting of the blood pressure from a partial inversion coming all the way to standing. So once you're standing, just taking a moment here, find balance on both feet. Let's release the arms down to the sides. Inhale, floating arms up. Stretching nice and tall. Rising up on the tippy toes. Find balance, strength, building stability. We'll exhale, release the heels down to the mat. Arms float out to the sides, shoulder height. Inhale, open the heart. Again, activating the upper back. Shoulder blades hug the spine. Lifting and lengthening through the front side of the body. One more in-breath. And out-breath, we'll cross right arm over left, reaching for opposite shoulders. Give yourself a little squeeze. Inhale, open wide, lift the heart. Exhale, left over right. I call this hugging breath. I'll use a couple extra hugs, switching sides, right on top. Inhale, open the heart. Left on top. Find your pace. Couple more. Inhale, open arms wide. And as you exhale, release the arms back and down, clasping hands behind the back. If the hands aren't clasping, that's okay. Reaching the palms towards each other. Knuckles softening toward the heels. Let the shoulders roll back, lifting the heart. Gently pressing the hip bones forward. You might soften the chin up toward the sky without dropping the head back. I want to stay long through the neck, through the throat. You might notice what it feels like to lift the arms off the back. Just see what space is available. Nothing is forced. It's an invitation to connect with the body, noticing sensations, the language of the body. If the arms are lifted off the back, let them soften behind. We'll keep the hands clasped, shoulders back and down, chin drops to chest. Let the shoulders feel heavy, head hanging heavy. One more breath here. And we'll release the arms. Let's float the arms up, reaching out in front, rising all the way up, stretching tall, little heart opening. You might even lean back just a little bit. As you exhale, we'll bend the knees, sink the hips way back and down, just like you're going to sit in a chair. Fingertips sweep back, reach behind, pressing through the feet as we inhale, rise. Exhale, sinking back down into our skier stretch. Let's pause here for a breath. Reaching behind, roll the shoulders back. Let the tailbone soften toward your heels. Feel the navel draw right up toward the rib cage. A little heat in the low body. We'll press through the heels, squeeze the glutes as we rise up. Exhale back down. Pausing here. These really subtle modifications as you drop the tailbone, draw the navel up, hug the spine. Lots of sensations arising, perhaps, as you press through the heels, squeeze the glutes, rise up. One more time. Just finding your balance, finding strength, stability. Check in with breathing. We'll press through the heels as we rise up. Inhale and exhale, arms down. Pausing for a moment in stillness, seeing what there is to notice in the body. We'll come through standing balance, beginning with right leg. So shifting weight to right foot. Find your stability there. We'll float the arms all the way up. Light on the left foot. Lift the heel, toes can stay grounded, or unweight the foot, drawing the knee up to hip height. So our modified stork posture. Just holding this for a breath or two. Drawing the navel up strong through your center, reaching up through the fingertips, soft shoulders. Always have the option of bringing a hand to the wall, table or chair next to you for a little more stability. We'll keep the strength in right leg. Float the arms and the leg down. Going to reach the right foot behind. Let the toes ground just behind the body. Fingertips reaching back, opening the heart. Toes can stay grounded here. Notice what it's like to lift the leg. Engage through the glutes, through the back side of the body. If you're feeling stable here, you might hinge forward, moving toward a modified warrior 3, or standing balance, a parallel torso and back leg, parallel to your mat. Reach and lengthen from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And let's add some movement here. Inhale, we'll rise back up to our modified stork. And exhale, reach behind. So you find your range of motion that works for you today in your practice. Toes might tap in front and behind, staying rather upright. If a little more stability is available, knee rises, floats back. So any variation, doesn't matter what it looks like, what does it feel like? Perhaps a little fatigue in the standing leg. exploring those sensations. We'll finish up your flow here. Making your way up to standing and release. And let's pause for a moment in a standing posture, maybe noticing the difference between right and left. Notice a little relief of standing on both legs. So let's shift now to left leg and left foot. That's our stability. As we float arms up, floating right foot, finding balance here, getting a little taller. Lots of energy through the arms and the upper body. Fingertips and shoulders are soft. Strong center. Staying grounded through left leg and foot. We'll slowly lower the arms and leg, reaching behind us. Toes can be grounded or lifted. Just finding some balance here. A little strength through the back side, an opening of the heart. Can explore the space a little bit. And then as you're ready, finding movement with breath. You're noticing a little shaking, a little wiggling around. It's not a bad thing. It's our stabilizing muscles, tiny little muscles that surround our joints. They're activating, we're strengthening them, waking them up, helping us with not only balance and stability, but helping support good posture in our yoga practice and off our mat. And finishing your flow wherever you are, we'll make our way back to upright, standing tall, grounding the foot, and pausing, balanced on both feet. Deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Noticing the effort it takes for a standing balance. And let's bring a little movement through the wrists. Maybe pedal the heels, roll the shoulders. Releasing the effort of our standing balance. And we'll make our way down to the mat. So coming right to seated if forward folds aren't comfortable for your back. Otherwise, inhaling, float arms up, soft knees, reach the arms out, long spine, hinging right at the waistline, folding forward, take your time. Coming all the way down, relaxing the neck, gently shaking the head yes and no, feel the weight of the skull. And slowly bending the knees, bringing the hips all the way down to the mat. Bring the feet out in front, lengthening left leg. Drawing right foot toward the opposite hip. See if you can't ground the heel on the outside of the hip. Might be helpful to have a blanket underneath the knee. If you need to ground the foot just outside the thigh, always modifying to support your body. Staying grounded on both sit bones, long through the left leg, stretch out through the heel. Let's inhale, rise up with arms. Staying nice and tall through the upper body, hinging at the waistline. Tilting forward, keeping the heart open, leading with the center of the chest. We'll relax the arms down and pause here in our modified forward fold. Breathing length. Breathing in space. And breathing an invitation to soften what feels like the edge of your stretch. If there's anything that feels forced, resistant in the body. Letting your breath bring a little ease to that space. One more breath. And starting at the navel, we'll roll up. Take your time coming to a long spine, lengthening through right leg. Notice a difference for the moment here between right and left. Before moving on to our other side, we'll bend left, drawing the heel toward opposite hip, stacking the knees, finding your variation of this posture. Seated, strong and stable on both sit bones. Long through right leg, reach out through the heel. Inhaling, arms float up. Staying nice and tall, we'll hinge at the waistline. Take your time. Whenever you feel resistance, pause and breathe. Keep leading with the heart. Let the hands ground. And maybe being curious about the sensations in the body. What happens if you send the heel forward? Subtle adjustment. Sometimes creates some interesting sensations in the body. Staying with a full, fluid breath. And when this feels complete, we'll draw the navel in, slowly roll up to a nice long spine. Lengthen the leg. Maybe tap out the knees a little bit, roll the ankles. We'll keep the legs long, making our way to your back side. So we'll stretch tall. Inhale, rise up again with the arms, hinging at the waistline. Reach out beyond both toes. We'll come up to center, tuck the tailbone under, scoop through the belly as you roll down. See if you can ground one vertebrae at a time. All the way to the back side. Once you're reclined, we'll sweep the arms overhead, reaching fingertips to the toes. Whole body stretch. Point your toes just a little longer through the spine. One more in-breath. And out-breath, arms float down to your sides, knees bend. Let's draw both knees into your chest. Clasping outside of the shins, we'll hug the knees in, a little rocking side to side. Keeping knees bent, we'll ground the soles of feet. Drawing right knee into your chest, clasping behind the thigh, draw the knee and the thigh toward the body, just outside the rib cage. Let's find movement in right ankle, circling in both directions. Extending right leg long, foot up toward the sky. Can hold behind the thigh, knee can be soft, we're looking for length. You might slide hands up toward the calf or the ankle, point and flex. Inviting length in the hamstrings, staying grounded through the back side. We'll bend the knee, ankle crosses over left thigh in our figure 4 stretch. We'll flex the foot on the right. Right hand comes to the base of the thigh, pressing the thigh away from the body. Taking a deep breath into the pelvis here. Arms float out to the sides at shoulder height, palms facing up. Take a deep in-breath And out breath will twist toward the left, tapping the sole of foot toward the earth. Inhale back up to center, and exhale, twist left. One more time, inhale, center, and exhale, twist. We'll come back up to center. Right knee slides all the way over. We're stacking the knees just like we did in seated, hugging the inner thighs together and taking both knees all the way to the left. We'll pause here, release into the space. If this is too much with the knees crossed, simply modify and uncross. Chin toward opposite shoulder. See how much you can let go into this space. Staying open through the chest, relaxed through the throat and the shoulders. One more deep diaphragmatic breath. Feel the belly expand on the in-breath, contract on the out-breath. We'll bring chin back to neutral. Use the strength of the mid-body to draw the knees up and uncross. Come to the other side, drawing left knee in, clasping behind the thigh, letting the knee and the thigh drop toward the outside of the rib cage, rotating through the ankle, circling in either direction, taking care of the ankle joint. As you're ready, we'll lengthen left leg long, foot right up toward the sky. Might slide the hands toward the ankle as you point and flex. Staying grounded through the shoulders, relax through the upper body here. Bending left knee, ankle rests on top of right thigh. We'll float the arms out to the sides, rotating from the shoulder. Whole arm turns, palms facing down. Inhaling here, as you exhale, we'll twist toward the right, tapping the sole of the foot. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist. And one more time. And back up to center. We'll stack the knees. Left knee slides all the way over on top of right. A little squeeze of the inner thighs together as we twist toward the right. And settling into the space, letting go. Chin softening toward left shoulder. Just noticing sensations of breath with our bodies arranged in this posture. One more deep belly breath. Full inhale, long exhale. Gently bringing the chin, the knees back up to center. And we'll uncross. Let the arms relax alongside the body, keeping the hips grounded, rocking the pelvis forward and back. Letting the knees tuck right into the chest. Clasping the hands on the shins. Let's draw the forehead right up toward the knees, chin to chest. And relaxing the head down, relaxing the feet down to the mat. Let's pause here. Right hand on heart, left hand on belly if that feels comfortable. And just a few mindful breaths, noticing how you feel around the area of the heart. And either staying right here or lengthening the legs long, letting the arms float out to the sides, palms facing up. Just allowing yourself a few moments of stillness, letting go of all the doing, letting the body, heart, and mind integrate this practice. We'll take just a few more moments of silence. I'll ring the chime at the end of our time. So taking a deep breath, finding some gentle movements in hands and feet. And if they're not already, bending your knees, rolling over to your side. Just take your time coming back up to seated. Letting the shoulders roll back and down, reminding ourselves of good posture, strength on the back side of the body, supporting us as we move through our day. A little softening perhaps around the heart. Meeting our day with intention. And closing with a mindful breath together. Inhale, arms float up, palms meet. Exhaling to heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope to see you next time.